Maybe we can start with defining who you are as an architect and how do you define yourself, by what you do. And maybe you can share with us your best experience or achievement in your work in transforming the environment or sharing interest of the community.
Okay. I'm Joan Duran from Barcelona. I'm from the studio BATTLE I ROIG. We began to work in 1981. We are architects and also landscape architects. And we combine both situations. We make buildings and we make schools, houses, residences, but also we make parks. We make gardens, and we make basically a landscape arrangement, like bad situations like landfills or something like that. We make a restoration of that kind of places and so on. This is more or less our frame of work. Our position in the architectural world is in that moment more related with the idea of merging landscape and city, relating construction of buildings and natural situations, landscape or environmental relationships between both. Because I think in that moment, with the climate emergency, it's very important that both areas being related, and we as architects have the capacity to organize this relationship.
In continuation to this, what is the power of architecture to change the world? And how do we increase this power to be more efficient in a way of climate change and by what you do?
Yeah, the most important is to be conscious of the situation. In that sense, our work as architects means that if we choose the good elements, we choose the good process of construction, we choose the good materials, we help that the climate emergency not to be resolved, but because it's impossible from our point, but to help that don't be bad, don't be worse. Then in our point is to be more conscious of how our work to build buildings is able that help to the environment, choosing a good situation, good materials, good process of architecture, good process of construction, and so on. For instance, the radiation of the buildings, the climate around the buildings is absolutely related with the material you choose for the facades, the material you choose for the construction. Then, if you choose materials where the radiation is low, it's better for the area. Then I think that is the only way we can be hard to resolve some of our time's problems.
How do you see the evolution of public interest in the future architecture?
Well, I think that during a long time, the common public hate architects because, because we for some years, some architects, they work as aristocrats, they work as a genius, fake genius. They work as a fake intellectuals. They make extraordinary shaping buildings without use without conservation, maintenance, you know. And then I think the general public think that the architects are like aristocratic and eccentric people, and they think that they prefer the constructors than the architects. They prefer the engineers because they are rational than the architects. I think the architects, we pay for that, but it's our fault because sometimes we are placed quite far away from the common people. I think that we need to come back to our roots. That is the work of someone that is near the people, listen and understand his problems, and resolving together these kind of problems. Of course, we have, it's like a doctor, we have some years of studies that they make us different than the common people because we study construction, we study resistance of materials and so on, and we can use that. But basically, we cannot go so far from the public, the general public. We need to be together in order to win again their respect.
How does the future of architecture looks like to you? In a way, in this era of augmented reality and sustainability, focus on everything.
I think that the new years, the next years, the most interesting architecture is which must be nearest of the natural environment in order to use natural materials, in order to say no to artificial materials that needs to oil or needs to plastic or needs to this kind of products that finally they are against our own life, then this is the most interesting in the future architecture. Which one they put us in a very natural level, very in a dialogue with the environmental elements, and a dialogue with the relationship with the water, with the sun, with the energy that provokes and help to have natural energies. This is the most interesting architecture. The other is the architecture of the past that use all what they need of energy to make spectacular things or something like that.
So lastly, what is your message to young architects wishing to enroll in this profession?
First of all, be different than the precedent architects. Be different. Think more in the environment. Think more in the sustainability, rational sustainability of the elements that they use, and be more near to the necessities of the people. Of course, be different than us.
We're the future. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.